we want to copy a line segment, copy a line segment. First thing we want to do, if we want to copy something, we need to have a reference. So let's draw this line segment right here. Let's name this A, B. We want to copy this line segment onto here. So let's do that. So the first step I gotta do is draw a reference ray that's gonna be a little bit longer than I think I'm gonna need. So first step is draw a ray with endpoint C. So draw a ray with endpoint C. That means this has to be my C. Boom. Please make sure that you do all of these little details because this matters, okay? So now I'm gonna get my compass. Step 2, open the compass to the length of AB. Okay, so I'm gonna open it to the length of AB, cool. Now, with the same compass setting, put the compass point on point C and draw an arc that intersects the ray, label the point of intersection D. So all I'm gonna do is this. Now, this I'm gonna label D, and that's it. And now the last step is draw a tick mark here and a tick mark here to show me that you understand that this line segment AB is congruent to this line segment CD. And that's it for copying a line segment. So now let's go to the next one. We're gonna do copy, copy, and angle. Okay, so in order to copy an angle, we need to first have a reference, right? A reference angle. So let's just make any angle. It doesn't matter how it looks like. You guys can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Boom. And boom. Right here. Okay? Angle, let's call this angle A. Okay? So now the first step, let's look at our notes that you guys should have. Draw a ray with endpoint P. Endpoint P. Cool. Okay. So with the compass point on vertex A, so vertex A is what? Over here. So with our original, with our reference, with our original line that we want to copy, we're going to put this on A. With the compass point on vertex A, draw an arc that intersects the sides of angle A. Label the points of intersection B and C. So it doesn't matter how big or how small, I'm just going to do a normal size. Just going to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to label these point of intersections B and C. B and C. So now, step 3. With the same compass setting, so I didn't change my compass setting at all, put the compass point on point P and draw an arc and label its point of intersections with the ray as R. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to draw an arc. And I'm going to label this point of intersection R. Okay. Now, step 4, open the compass to the length of BC. And where is my BC? It's over here in my original angle. Okay, right here, more or less, that's fine. BC. Now, keeping the same compass setting, put the compass points on R and draw an arc to locate point T. So I'm gonna put this here, this way. That's gonna be my, what did they want me to put? T, right? T. And now I'm just going to put this here and draw my ray PT. You have to draw a ray. Now I just want you to draw one arc here one arc here, or two arcs here, but whatever you do to one, you have to do to the other to show that they are congruent angles, okay? Congruent angles. We copy this angle, therefore they have to be congruent if we copy them. So now, the third one, which is constructing perpendicular bisectors. So construct perp bisector. So now, since we're not copying anything, we don't have to draw a reference ray or nothing like that. We're just going to draw a line segment, the one that we're given. Remember that the reason I do pen in blue is to show that this blue is what is given on your homework or your exam or whatever the case. So, hopefully it'll get fixed. Give me 5 minutes. So, perpendicular bisector. So now, this is what we have on the exam or quiz per se, and now we want to construct the perpendicular bisector of this. So what we're gonna do, step one, put the compass point on A and draw a long arc as shown. Be sure that the opening is greater than half of AB. Speaking of AB, let me write that. That is the most important thing. You guys need to be able to have this, to open this compass up to more than half the distance. So, for I guess A, you guys want to do A first, doesn't matter. So is this more than half? Yeah. So let's do like right around there. So now I'm gonna draw this, I'm gonna do like a half circle. Okay? Now with the same compass setting, I'm gonna go to B and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. And now I label these points X and Y. And then all I'm gonna do is get my compass and do that. And draw a line. You need to draw a line. Okay? Now it doesn't matter if you're a little bit off like this, that's fine. I'm not gonna deduct points, that's fine, I'm just in a rush. So now I know that this is, since it's a perpendicular, I know that this is gonna be a perpendicular angle, right? 90 degrees. And also because I know it's a bisector, that means that whatever I name for this, let's say I name it M, my AM is gonna be congruent to my MB, correct? So I'm gonna put a tick mark here and a tick mark there. So I think this one is the easiest one to construct. However, there is a lot of little things you have to do. For example, you have to label your points of intersection, X and Y. You have to draw a line. Do not draw a line segment, draw a line. You have to write this little box, and you have to do the tick marks to show me that AM is congruent to MB, okay? So now let us draw the last thing, which is constructing the angle bisector. So construct angle bisector. Okay, cool. So now we're going to have a angle name it angle A. And now we want to bisect this angle, which means we're gonna make this angle, like let's say if this was 100, we're gonna bisect this so we have 50-50, okay? So step one, put the compass point on vertex A and draw an arc that intersects the sides of A. They didn't specify, so I don't care how long. So put it on A, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So now I'm gonna label the points of intersection, B and C. So now, put the compass point on vertex C and draw an arc. So I'm gonna put it on C and draw draw an arc. Now, with the same compass setting as this one, you're going to go to B and you're going to do the same thing. So you're going to go to B, you're going to do the same thing. Now you're going to label this point of intersection. What did they want you to name it? They wanted you to name it D. So now I'm going to get my protractor and I'm going to put it on A and D. And I'm going to draw a ray. You need to draw a ray because what bisects angles? Rays. So now you need to draw something like this and like this to show me that you understand that this angle and this angle are now congruent. And that's pretty much it, guys. It's not that bad. So there you go. I'm going to end the video now, and then I'm going to do another one going over the two harder ones, the one with the parallel lines and perpendicular lines.